We're going to prepare this beef tenderloin. I purchased this in a cryovac, similar to this boneless pork loin. You can get these at your local warehouse club like Sam's or Costco. This beef tenderloin cost me $6.97 a pound. We're going to trim it down and cut it into filet mignon steaks. If your butcher did it, you'd be paying between $10, $12, maybe even $15 a pound. So you can see this is a great way to save a little bit of money off your grocery bill. The tools you're going to need are a cutting board, a very sharp boning knife. If you don't have a boning knife, you can use a fillet knife, and the chef's knife. There are three things we're going to look for in this beef tenderloin that we're going to have to remove. One is the chain. The chain is a very tough piece of muscle and meat that runs lengthwise down the tenderloin. The other thing is the head. This is the head section. Now, a lot of people will keep the head on, especially if they're going to roast this whole. But since we're going to be cutting this into fillets, we're going to take the head off, reserve it, and cut it into various steaks for ourselves. The third thing, and one of the most critical elements that we're going to have to remove, is the silver skin. The silver skin is a very tough tissue that covers this tenderloin. So the first thing we'll do is remove this chain. And as you can see, the chain runs down the length and just using your boning knife, cut down into under the chain, pulling gently. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start removing the silver skin. Now this can be a long process. And one of the things you do not want to do is remove too much of the meat. So what I'm doing is I'm using my knife to cut into the tissue as I'm pulling it with my other hand. Some of it will remove very easily, some of it not so easily. But the savings that you're going to experience are well worth it. Now with the silver skin, just kind of work your knife underneath this skin, between the skin and the meat. You can work it in there, and cutting away from you, not towards you. You can pull that out. And then do the same as we did before. Cutting down, scraping down, pulling. Again, here's the head, and you can see where it kind of attaches. The body is tapering in here. So if you were to leave this on, if you were going to cook this as a whole roast and leave this on, you definitely got to get all this silver skin out. We're going to get it off anyway, but a lot of it hides on you down there. But we're going to take this off right now. Now you can continue working this as much as you want. Some of this other fat will melt off in the cooking process. Again, it's the silver skin. The tissue that's very tough that covers this. Now you have your prepared beef tenderloin. When you make fillets, what you usually get are the barrel cuts, which are the most in-demand cuts, and that's right here in the center. The tail is cut off, and the tip where the head was cut off, and those are cut down, and we can butterfly them to make smaller fillets or steaks. Then go right ahead and cut your steaks to the size that you want. So there's your prepared beef tenderloin.